Hey there, friend. I want to ask you something. Have you ever noticed that some people in their 70s and 80s still seem sharp, energetic, and full of life? They're not just lucky. They're making choices that support their body in powerful ways. And today, I want to share one of the simplest, most effective strategies with you: eating foods that fight aging from the inside out. Let me tell you a quick story. My neighbor Martha used to feel like she was slowing down as she hit 70. Her energy was low, her joints ached, and she thought it was just how things go after 65. But then she changed her grocery list, adding in specific foods that nourish her body, and within months, she told me she felt like she'd turned back the clock. She said, "I didn't realize how much my food was working against me. Now I eat to feel strong, not just to fill my plate." That's exactly what this video is about. We'll go over 7 powerful foods that support your brain, heart, joints, and skin. Foods that help you stay active, vibrant, and independent well into your later years. These aren't exotic superfoods you have to hunt down online. They're everyday items you can find at your local store. Let's dive in. The first food, and this one might surprise you, is blueberries. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Aren't they just for smoothies? But here's the truth. Blueberries are loaded with antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, one of the main drivers of aging. And studies show they can improve memory, reduce inflammation, and even protect your heart. One woman I spoke to, Ruth, used to skip berries because she thought they were just a youth food. But after adding a handful to her morning oatmeal, she noticed her brain felt clearer and her joints less stiff. She told me, "I didn't realize such a small change could make me feel lighter." So, what can you do? Start by incorporating blueberries into your daily routine. Add them to yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or enjoy them as a snack. And here's a tip. Frozen blueberries are just as nutritious as fresh ones, so no need to wait for peak season. Now, moving on to the second food, and this one might sound familiar, but has surprising benefits. Salmon. Yes, fatty fish. Salmon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which support brain health, reduce inflammation, and keep your heart strong. And here's the catch. As we age, our bodies need more of these healthy fats to protect cognitive function and joint mobility. Let me share a quick example. George, a 74-year-old I met at a wellness fair, used to avoid fish because he thought it was too hard to cook. But after his doctor recommended more omega-3s, he started eating baked salmon twice a week. Within weeks, he said his memory improved and his knees felt less stiff. He told me, "I didn't realize my brain and joints needed that kind of support." So, how can you enjoy salmon? Try simple preparations. Bake with herbs and lemon, grill and add to salads, poach and serve over brown rice. And if fish isn't your thing, look for other omega-3 sources like sardines, mackerel, or even plant-based options like flax seeds and walnuts. Now, before we continue, let me quickly recap what we've covered so far. We started by looking at blueberries, explaining how their antioxidants slow aging and boost brain function. Then we discussed salmon, showing how omega-3s protect your heart, joints, and memory. Each of these foods works differently, but shares a common goal: nourishing your body in ways that help you stay strong, mobile, and mentally sharp. In the next part, we'll cover 2 more powerful foods, spinach and turmeric, and explain how they protect your muscles and reduce inflammation. Because the goal isn't just to eat well, it's to live well. So stick with me, we've got more to cover. All right, friend. In the last part, we talked about blueberries and salmon, 2 foods that fight aging by reducing inflammation, boosting brain health, and supporting your heart. And I hope you're starting to see how small dietary changes can make a big difference in how you feel. Now let's move on to the third food. And this one might sound familiar, but has surprising benefits. Spinach. Yes, leafy greens. Spinach is packed with iron, vitamin K, and antioxidants that protect your muscles, bones, and even your brain. But here's what many seniors overlook. As we age, our bodies absorb nutrients less efficiently. Spinach helps counteract this by providing easily digestible forms of iron and magnesium, nutrients that keep your energy steady and your joints strong. Let me share a quick story. One woman I spoke to, Ruth, used to feel sluggish and weak after meals. She thought she was eating well until her doctor told her she was low in iron. She said, "I didn't realize my body wasn't absorbing what I ate." After adding spinach to her salads and stir-fries, she noticed her energy improved within weeks. "It's like my body remembered how to work the way it used to," she told me. So, what can you do? Start incorporating spinach into your meals. Add it to omelets or scrambled eggs. Blend it into smoothies with banana and almond milk. Sauté it with garlic and olive oil for a simple side dish. And here's a bonus. Pair spinach with lemon or vitamin C-rich foods like bell peppers or strawberries to boost iron absorption. Now, moving on to the fourth food, and this one might surprise you. It's turmeric. Yes, the golden spice. Turmeric contains curcumin, a compound that reduces inflammation and protects your brain from oxidative stress. Studies show it can ease joint pain, improve memory, and even support heart health. One man I met, George, used to take over-the-counter painkillers for his arthritis. But after adding turmeric to his cooking, golden milk lattes, roasted veggies, and even smoothies, he said he felt less stiff and more alert. He said, "I didn't realize spices could work this well." So, how can you enjoy turmeric? Try these simple ideas. Brew turmeric tea with ginger and honey. Add it to soups, stews, or roasted vegetables. Take a high-quality supplement if you struggle with absorption. And here's a tip. Black pepper enhances curcumin absorption, so sprinkle a little into your dishes for extra power. Now, before we wrap up, let me quickly recap what we've covered so far. We started with blueberries, explaining how their antioxidants slow aging and boost brain function. Then we discussed salmon, showing how omega-3s protect your heart, joints, and memory. Next, we explored spinach, highlighting its role in fighting fatigue and improving nutrient absorption. And finally, we touched on turmeric, revealing how this golden spice eases inflammation and supports cognitive health. Each of these foods works differently but shares a common goal: nourishing your body in ways that help you stay strong, mobile, and mentally sharp. In the next part, we'll cover 3 more powerful foods: avocados, nuts, and dark chocolate, and explain how they protect your skin, heart, and overall vitality. Because the goal isn't just to eat well, it's to live well. So stick with me, we're almost there.
All right, friend, we've already covered 4 powerful foods: blueberries, salmon, spinach, and turmeric that support your brain, heart, joints, and muscles. And I hope you're starting to see how small dietary changes can make a big difference in how your body feels and functions. Now let's wrap up with 3 more foods that complete the list and explain how they work together to keep you vibrant and strong well into your 70s and beyond. The 5th food, and this one might sound familiar, is avocados. Yes, those creamy, rich fruits, yes, they're technically fruits, are packed with healthy fats, fiber, and potassium, which help reduce bad cholesterol, keep your arteries clear, and even protect your skin from aging. Let me share a quick story. My friend Evelyn, who's 78, used to avoid avocados because she thought they were too high in fat. But after her doctor explained their heart-healthy benefits, she started adding them to her toast and salads. Within weeks, she noticed her digestion improved and her skin looked clearer. She said, "I didn't realize healthy fats could make me feel younger." So what can you do? Try slicing avocado onto whole grain toast for breakfast, adding it to salads for creaminess and nutrient absorption, or blending it into smoothies for a rich texture and healthy boost. And here's a tip. Avocados help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, so pairing them with other veggies boosts their power. Now, moving on to the sixth food, and this one might surprise you. It's nuts, especially almonds, walnuts, and pecans. Yes, nuts. They're loaded with vitamin E, magnesium, and omega-3 fatty acids that protect your brain, reduce inflammation, and support heart health. And here's the catch. Many seniors skip nuts thinking they're too high in calories, but a small handful daily can do wonders. One man I spoke to, Frank, used to eat processed snacks but switched to a daily serving of mixed nuts. He said his memory sharpened and his energy stayed steadier throughout the day. He said, "I didn't realize how much my brain needed these nutrients." So how can you enjoy nuts? Start with a small portion, maybe a quarter cup of unsalted almonds or walnuts. Add them to oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothies. And here's a bonus. Pair them with berries for an antioxidant power combo that fights cellular aging. Now, the final food on our list, and this one might sound indulgent, but has surprising benefits, is dark chocolate. Yes, real dark chocolate, 70% cocoa or higher, contains flavonoids that improve blood flow, protect skin from sun damage, and even boost mood by releasing feel-good chemicals in the brain. One woman I met, Ruth, used to reach for milk chocolate, but switched to dark after her doctor mentioned its benefits. She said, "I didn't think chocolate could be good for me, but now I have a square after lunch and my energy feels better." So what's the trick? Stick to small portions, maybe 1 ounce a day. Look for dark chocolate with minimal added sugar and cocoa content of at least 70%. And here's a tip. Pair it with nuts or berries for a snack that supports both your heart and brain. Now, before we wrap up, let me quickly recap everything we've covered. We started with blueberries, explaining how their antioxidants slow brain aging and reduce inflammation. Then we discussed salmon, showing how omega-3s protect your heart and joints. Next, we explored spinach, highlighting its role in boosting energy and muscle strength. And we touched on turmeric, revealing how it eases joint pain and supports cognitive health. Then we wrapped up with avocados, which keep your arteries flexible and skin glowing. We discussed nuts, showing how they sharpen memory and protect your heart. And finally, we shared how dark chocolate, in moderation, boosts mood and circulation. Each of these foods works differently, but shares a common goal: nourishing your body in ways that help you stay strong, mobile, and mentally sharp. And the best part? None of this requires drastic overhauls, just small, consistent choices. One woman I spoke to, Martha, didn't change her entire diet overnight. Instead, she added blueberries to breakfast, salmon twice a week, and a daily handful of almonds. Within months, she said her energy came back, and her doctor praised her improved cholesterol levels. She said, "I didn't force myself to eat perfectly. I just made space for what truly supported me." That's exactly how this works. You don't have to eat all 7 foods every day. Just start with 1 or 2. Maybe swap your usual snack for nuts and berries, or trade processed fats for avocado toast. Small steps add up over time. And here's the most important part. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. With the right foods, you can protect your memory, strength, and independence, and live your best life at any age. If you found this helpful, and I hope you did, I'd love for you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another tip to help you thrive after 65. And if you've already tried any of these foods and noticed a change in how you feel, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and share your experience. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step towards better health. Because the truth is, your grocery list is one of the most powerful tools you have to slow aging. And once you know what to choose, your body rewards you with clarity, strength, and vitality. Thank you so much for being here today. Take care of yourself, stay curious, and keep making choices that honor your body and your happiness. Until next time, eat well, move gently, and live your best life.